Good evening. I'm going to read two love poems and also a little something more. I'm going to start with the something more, and it's a poem called Something More. It's written in Jerusalem where I live, not that long ago. I hadn't noticed for a decade, and then there it was soaring. The date palm like an asterisk high in a pale blue powdery air over the walls of a century city, implying a kind of long-lost commentary beneath the print of that day's page, or tucked at the back of a certain chapter, if one would ever get there. But what in the world was it trying to say, I wondered? For it wouldn't go away. Long after I'd left it behind and wandered home, it floated still inside my thinking, as though that too were that thing bespeaking both itself and something more to come, and which had just been before. Such was life with an asterisk, hovering over it like a palm. This next poem is a Valentine's Day poem called Valent Lines for A, and it's about Freud's favorite pair, or one of his favorite pairs, love and work. What law and power has blessed me so that in this provocation of flesh I have been wedded to gentleness? Delicacy of an intricate mesh of our thought and meals and talking has brought me to this exaltation of syllables and a speechlessness, to December dusk and desk and skin in the amber of our listening. Dawn again pink with munificence, heart again blurred by its ignorance. Toward you in that equation I turn, and you in turn involve our being spun like wool from which soul is weaving, a use for that useless opulence. Doing and making, the end served by what it is we make, and what we do is what has made me, making and you. Thank you. And I'll close with a poem by Taha Muhammad Ali, the poet, Palestinian poet I was supposed to be here with, or was supposed to be here with me. It's called Meeting at an Airport. I always introduce it as a love poem, and Taha always says he calls it a love poem. You asked me once on our way back from the mid-morning trip to the spring, what do you hate and who do you love? And I answered, from behind the eyelashes of my surprise, my blood rushing like the shadow cast by a cloud of starlings, I hate departure. I love the spring and the path to the spring, and I worship the middle hours of morning. And you laughed, and the almond tree blossomed, and the thicket grew loud with nightingales, a question now 4 decades old. I salute that question's answer, and an answer as old as your departure. I salute that answer's question. And today, it's preposterous. Here we are at a friendly airport by the slimmest of chances, and we meet. Ah, Lord, we meet, and here you are asking again. It's absolutely preposterous. I recognized you, but you didn't recognize me. Is it you? But you wouldn't believe it. And suddenly you burst out and asked, if you're really you, what do you hate and who do you love? And I answered, my blood fleeing the hall, rushing in me like the shadow cast by a cloud of starlings. I hate departure, and I love the spring, and the path to the spring, and I worship the middle hours of morning. And you wept, and flowers bowed their heads, and doves in the silk of their sorrow stumbled. Thank you.